Hey guys, it's Brickman117. Welcome back to the channel and a long overdue update. It's been around 6 weeks since I last released any content, and what you see in front of you now is the reason why. This footage was taken at the end of October 2020 and the studio had got into a real state. As you can see, I've got huge amounts of either new sets in boxes, loft halls waiting to be sorted, and all my parts collection is just everywhere, and it became really tedious to try and build or work in this environment. So I made the decision around now to take some time off in December. So I worked through November, which was when I built the Banished Phantom, and then that was my last build. I then set my goal to take all of this stuff home, get it all cleaned up, sorted out, and then bring it back in the new year and start making content again. So that was my plan. That's what I've done. Everything's been sorted, it's been at home, and now it's time to get it all back into the studio. So that was then and this is now. As you can see, the room's looking much clearer. It feels better already. So in the back corner of the room, you'll see all the parts containers are missing. That's because they're still not in the room. I will bring them in later. They're in my van just ready to be brought back in. All of the sets that I built from the loft hall have also been washed, so everything's washed, sorted and built as far as I'm prepared to go. I'm also planning on, before I bring that lot in, reconfiguring these shelves. You can see I've bought an extra set of shelves here because this is my brand new in-box collection and I've run out of room on those shelves. So I need to expand those shelves. The intention is to take away this display shelf and just have the two remaining shelves to the right, as I don't really need that much display space. The items that were displayed here, like the Infinity and the Spirit dropship, I've decided to pack those away. I had to use the parts for the Infinity to build the Banished Phantom, and I used the parts from the Spirit dropship to build the Shadow of Intent mock. So although I didn't use a huge amount of the pieces from those sets, they're still incomplete. So I've just stripped those sets back down and I've just put them back in their boxes. So if I ever do want to build them, I know where the parts are. They're on those two mocks there. Other than the other sets that were on here, I decided to just pack them all away simply because I can't be bothered with trying to keep them free of dust. I have kept the two pelicans out because I am fond of pelicans, as you know. I've still got the Ultimate Warthog that I built because I like that too. That's just a pile of mess that's yet to be sorted. And then other than that, I'll only keep things on those shelves that I actually really like. Over the other side of the room, we've got the complete used in-box collection. So these are all sets that I couldn't buy brand new, either couldn't afford it or they weren't available. So I've bought them complete as used in box. A lot of them I haven't had a chance to build yet. I do actually have more sets down there, so hopefully I will be expanding the shelving on this side of the room as well. Underneath these dust sheets is the Ultimate Assault and High Ground mock, again just so I don't have to clean as often. That's the Ultimate Pelican under there. The wings have been taken off just for storage, but they can be put back on easily if you've seen the video. There's the Ultimate Longsword mock that who knows whether that will ever get finished, if I can ever source enough parts to complete that, but it's not given up yet, as you can see. We've got the new Mombasa Diorama, and that's the first mock that I ever created, the first thing I ever built before I started the channel. So I've just kept that for sentimental value, but to be honest with you, that's likely to be stripped for parts as well at some point in the future. On the turntable, we've got some jobs to do. So we've got a new in-box set which I've got off Amazon, and then we've got another loft hall in the black package, as well as we have a new delivery from Mattel. Mega Construx have sent me another box of stuff, so I'll be opening that at some point to show you guys what they've sent me this time. So with all that said, I'm going to get cracking building all these shelves, reorganizing the stuff, and I'll be back in a flash. Okay guys, that might have been a flash for you, but it definitely wasn't for me. It's been about 5 hours, but as you can see, we're back in business. Got all my parts organizers back in where they belong. I've added a few since last time you would have seen a studio tour. Got some things back on the shelves there, so we'll give you a quick run through of what I've done. I've added an additional shelf to the top of this stack here for the used in-box collection, so that's all been reorganized. And I've said it before, if you wonder why I buy used in-box collections, it's just simply for things that are very difficult to get hold of. Prime example, this elephant. Trying to get one of those brand new these days for less than £300 is very difficult, so I managed to pick that one up for a good price, and I will build it one day so I can let you know my thoughts on it. Moving along, these are some of the things that I managed to build from all the loft halls. So as I've said, all of this has been through the wash, and I've just pieced together as much as I could. Not all of those prowlers are complete. As I buy more loft halls, I'm sure I'll get the additional parts. Many of them are complete. The same with the EVA last stand, and I'm sure I could probably complete those more if I went through my parts collection. This is just what I've been able to build from the eBay hauls that I had sorted, all those dusty, mucky mess. Moving along, mainly old sets, fair few phantoms. The phantoms are almost 100% complete. There is a couple of pieces missing. These pieces here on this side are missing, but that's only because I took them to build the banished phantoms, so I do know I have those. Like I say, many of these sets you'll notice aren't 100% complete. I'm sure I could get them more complete. I just don't really want to commit any more time to that. Moving underneath, those are all the boxes from the sets that I've had in box, but then I've used the parts to build things like the Ultimate Phantom, so I'll just keep hold of those in case I ever want to sell the sets on. Underneath here are all of the sets that I've actually done that to in the past, and then if they are completed sets, I'll break them down, put them in clear plastic bags and put them in all of these containers. So that bottom one there's another 3 phantom sets in there, along with a whole load of wraiths and banshees and so on. That's the dark purple. We've got the lighter purple sets there. That's the things like the Spectra and things like that, that colour, plus there's some Cauldron Clash sets in there as well. And then we just move on to UNSC sets and anything else. Got lots of Arctic stuff there, a whole box full of white vehicles. So that's what will happen to that lot eventually when I take it apart. Taking the dust sheets off of the Ultimate Assault and High Ground mock, which I'm sure you've seen before. And as we move around, I've added 2 more of these containers. And I'm sure you've probably seen this before, but I'll give you a quick look. That's how I like to organise my parts, so when I'm building it just makes it a lot easier. There's nothing worse than suspecting you've got something but not being able to find it. So now it's nice and organised. It'll make it a lot easier for me to build. We've got purple, the lighter purple, and then just random colours over here. That's just a bag of very small amounts of colour, so sets that are just very unique coloured. All of the bricks that you get for building and then you discard or you take off once you finish building. And we've got things like all the trans colour pieces here, clear, wheels, more wheels, tank tracks. And then over on these ones, that's just random stuff. We've got all the parts that I use for the Assault and High Ground mock, those 2 drawers there, not much left. And I've got 2 trays of weapons. Obviously Covenant. The same again for the UNSC. And then this drawer section here is mainly figures, so that's all UNSC figures, all the Covenant figures, a whole drawer full. That's Forerunner and Flood, and then in the top drawer all the drop pods that I've collected from all of the loft halls. Just a couple of final boxes of stuff to sort out, but nothing major there. And then in all of these organisers I've got more parts in the various different colours, more specialist pieces rather than just blocks. And then in these smaller sets up here, this is where I keep all of the small pieces in all their different colours. So everything's where I want it, when I need it. More unique pieces in certain colours, like blacks are up here. And the same with the original old green. I think moving on to the top shelf, just decided to keep these 4 sets out. Put the Pelican back together. Nice to see it with its wings on again. Haven't seen it like that for quite some time. Decided to put the new Mombasa mock on that shelf there because I had space, because as you can see, got a lot more room for the new in box collection now. So those spare shelves, I decided to just put some of the mocks on, just temporary, until I buy more sets and start filling up those shelves. That's the new Infinite line, and then just older sets that I've collected over the years. And that's just about it. So I'm definitely geared up and ready to get back into building. So probably the next video will be, I'll open some of these boxes and then I'll get back to building and start creating some more content for you guys. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.